Here's my on and off switch for the puck light, which is illuminate under all of this and up here as well. Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Anna. This is my van Vanna, and I invite you to join me on my journey to convert Vanna into a camper van. Come see what I'm working on today. Okay, back to the Murphy bed. Skipping over the base panel. I need to get the vertical pieces in. So this is the vertical piece that has the hardware for one of these. Is the hardware for the pivot. So I need to put that in. And this vertical piece is calling for a 3/4 inch plywood, 15.78 inch thick, and 16 inch tall. And so what I need to do though, I am planning on adding, you know, the shelves and the cabinetry behind the bed. So when the bed is open, there's some storage space there. So it won't be flat on the wall like look like these instructions are calling for. I don't know. So I need to add 4 more inches at least to my vertical. And then I have to take into account the curvature of my van wall. So let me go figure that part out and see if I can cut out a vertical board. Let's try that. So it turns out that this same template that I packed together for my partition wall behind my driver's seat was okay. It was pretty happy here along this. So it seemed to be the same. So I am going to reuse it and do like I did my partition wall, maybe cut into it piecemeal, and see if I can get that to work. Okay, so just sitting it up here before I cut it down to size in the front, because it's only supposed to be like what 15 inches and 7, 8 I think it was from here to there. Well, from the front end it's going to be 15 and 7, 8, but the back end is going to be mine for shelving. So before I cut it down to size, I'm fitting it in. I need to go back to the instructions to see just where the end of my bed is going to land at the bottom, because my measurement had this up a good 2 inches, and there's no room really at the top to lift it up. So I need to go find out exactly how much room I'm supposed to have at the top and the bottom. Okay, so going back to the instruction, the pivot hole is 8 1/4 inches from the end on the Murphy bed that I have right now. On my vertical that I'm trying to put in, it is the middle part of the pivot is 11 3/4 inches up from the bottom. So that's a full 3.5 inch, right? Yeah, 3.5 inches from the bottom. So basically, I need to so it's so on the vertical that I'm trying to build, it calls for the male pivot to be 11 3/4 up from the bottom, and that's the whole 3.5 inches difference from my side bed. So that means this is lower, and the Murphy bed has room at the bottom to swing and whatnot. So I think that as long as I meet that at the bottom, I can make the top. I think I can finagle the top a little bit to fit my van. I just want to make sure that the bed pivot properly. Okay, let me see if I can make that happen. Go do some more math. Okay, so here's my simple drawing with a lot of erasing. Don't laugh. But this is the Murphy bed right here that I'm planning. This is the vertical that I am cutting out right now, that I need extra space in the back for my cabinet, because behind the bed is going to be some shelves and cabinets. I need to focus on where the pivot is going to connect to the Murphy bed pivot, because the hardware is on that. And on this side, this is going to be over where the fridge is. So the fridge is all over here. The Murphy bed is sitting on top of it. So it's like almost half of it. I don't know if it's more or less. This is not exactly to scale. But on the other side would be my little oven, and on top of that would be countertop with my cooktop. There's a window here that this is covering, so it's like a window right here. So that's why I wanted this open, because I didn't really want to cover the window. So when the bed is down, I can see the window. You know, it won't be something going across it. But that's my plan. So therefore I got bolts all over the place. This is, I think, is the major bolt that's going to support the pivot, I believe, if I have my physics right. And but the vertical goes all the way up on this side, and there's a header, and so I'm going to bolt it in up there as well and use it for my cabinet and stuff. So don't let me forget to band my edges. This is some wood veneer that you just iron on the edges to make it have a finished look. Okay, so I showed you guys the other vertical, so now I'm doing the left hand side vertical, which is shorter, which is this board right here. It's shorter because it's going to be at the end of my we're in the middle of my base cabinet and just under the window. So I'm gonna pray that this works. I just need that pivot in, and look at the pivot made it in this range. And all I need to do is bolt it, combine it with the other vertical and bolt it. So let me go test this out and see how it looks. Okay, so this is the test. This dry fitting everything in. This is the right end of the vertical with the pivot. And if you look up there, it's not all the way flush to the front where I want it to be. So that's what I want it to be, so that means I have this much more space to bring this forward. But this board that I have right here is not long enough, so I'm gonna have to do that board in two pieces. But right now I just have the one piece and just testing it out, like I did last time, to see the clearance of the cabinet. So I am in my garage doing some paint work for the verticals for my Murphy bed. So decided to go with white. You know, I have white in my kitchen now, and I like it for a reason. So this is the color I'm going with. And so now what I'm gonna do is get some urethane and put a top coat of urethane on it. Okay, I'm in Vanna trying to dry fit my Murphy bed. So this is the right vertical where the pivot here, where the bed will pivot on this end, and it will pivot on this end. And the idea is to bolt this to the van on the back. Let me get my stick. So I need to bolt it to here by having a board from here to that end, and I am going to need a space in the back to bolt through, similar to what I did for my refrigerator, and that way it will be supported by the van and not really all the weight on this. It's going to be sitting on this, but by this and this being bolted to the van, the weight will be supported mainly by the van. That's the idea. I will have another one on the top also going across, and I will have to have a cabinet coming down here for my other bed stopper. I got a bed stopper right here. I'm gonna need another bed stopper on this side, so there will be a cabinet up here that will have the bed stopper on it. my AC is over here somewhere. So let me see if I can put that plan in motion. Okay, you guys, this is my Murphy bed, kind of like put together, but it's not really together. It's just sitting here on the floor together. The pivot is in. That's up a little bit because it's more on the front, so it's not really, I can't make it flat on the ground. This is my header piece, and the problem I'm having with my header piece is it's supposed to go in between this vertical piece. The vertical piece on that end would be really a cabinet hanging down. But anyway, I just want to point out that I had to trim this vertical piece down. So it's not as you know, long as it would normally be if I hadn't trimmed it. And I trimmed it because of my van. It's not that it didn't clear the ceiling like I would like. So I had to trim it down. And as a result, I have less, I have a lot of, so anyway, so this is too wide because the top of this is my ceiling. It's my van ceiling. And I have all this for the header front. This is, you know, see if I can turn it over so you guys can see. All of this is the header front. And this is way thicker than the clearance from here to here. It's only 1 inch. So I really need 1 inch. I can only do 1 inch. And I do want to bolt it into the ceiling, to the van. I want to take this piece, it's on the back. I want to bolt it to the van there. But I gotta figure that part out. It's kind of slowing me down, so that's where I'm at. Just want to stop and show where I'm at. This is the bed, since I have it out. I got the face panel on, but I don't have the plywood on that's gonna go on top of this. I haven't done that yet. I'm thinking I could do that in the van when this is laid out. I'm thinking I can do that then. Because I do want to mount a TV on this, and I need to be able to feed the cord into the back here. But anyway, that's where I'm at. Okay, so this is what I did. I took all these pieces off, and it's now just down to this. The one that goes on top of everything, and this is going to be bolted in the back. I am going to have to cut that much off because the back, they have some ribs on the back of my van, and this right here has to clear it. So basically, let me move it up. It's supposed to be somewhat. So basically, it needs to be. I need to bring it up a good inch behind that groove, like that. Which leaves that. I have to cut that much off at the bottom. So I marked it, and I'm going to go ahead and cut that out, and come back and fit it again. Okay, so I'm in Vanna, putting up the wall that's gonna go behind the cabinet. I had to take all this off. This was hanging and I put it out, so I gotta redo all of that. But this is the wall that's gonna go up behind the upper cabinets, and over here on this side will be behind the storage space that I have behind the Murphy bed. So I got part of it up, and I got another one to go. I am in the process of making these little boards. I'm going to cover it with little fabric and put them up here so that it can pin down the upper part of the wall. This is the way I'm doing it. The idea is that nobody's going to see it. It's behind, it's back of the cabinets and stuff. I may have some open shelves And I'll probably dedicate a nice area for that. But anyway, let me get back to work. So, moving forward with Vanna, I got these 2 blocks all ready to go. They're gonna go up here. One right here and one over there. I had to make the hole a little bigger so that the back of this tugger boat would fit. So let's put it up. Yeah. I gotta fit this in here properly, but I think this could work out. I just put it up like that, and this end over here can lift up like this, and then my board here, something like this, would be for the Murphy bed. And then at the bottom, I can put a trim. Put a trim all around the edges and back. Let's see how this turns out. So, okay, I'm in Vanna, putting together this box here. The purpose is to cover the wheel well. And I have my outlet that's going to plug in my computers, TV, and all that stuff from the front of the bed. And this is a little switch I added. I just stuck it in there. This switch is on or off for my GFCI outlet that's underneath the van. So when I'm driving or when I'm not using that outlet underneath the van, I just turn it off. When I want to use the outside outlet, turn it on. And it's all plugged in under here. The positive wire is what driving the switch. So the switch coming from the panel, actually the wire coming from this outlet, because the outlet underneath the van is downstream from this. So this switch is actually behind this switch. And the load coming into this, not switch, but outlet. The load coming into this outlet is, we have one, this is in the middle, so there's one outlet that's going to be around here, that's going to feed either the toaster oven or the cooktop. That's primarily what the circuit is for, but I also added on here another outlet for my computer. So hopefully I won't be using them at the same time, or, going over what this circuit can handle. So anyway, the wire coming into here is going to be the outlet from the cooktop or toaster oven. And then from there, it's going to be from the panel. Now, this would be a GFCI outlet here, and the one underneath is a GFCI also. So, yeah, there we go. I'm trying to get it together. I have to screw this together, but before I screw this together, I want to do my understood light. So I have light underneath here. So this is the right one. One of these wires will be the wires for my puck light underneath this band, so I can see when I come in under here. Yeah. So one of those wires is going to be used to feed into my puck light. And I haven't done that yet, so I am holding off actually screwing down the top to this wheel box here, because the switch is going to be on the side of this box. And then I want to close it out before I actually do that. So I'm waiting for a piece to come in the mail. It should be here tomorrow. And I can install that, close this up, and guess what? Look at this. There's a gap here. So apparently I'm not that good at measuring, apparently. So this is either that or I didn't measure from the middle up here. I must have measured from the bottom or something. But I wanted to come up here so I can screw these in. And so that left a gap. So now I have to patch that. Maybe get another strip, put a strip in front of it. And it's not so critical because this is going to be underneath, you know, everything. This is storage spot, so it's not that critical. But you know, I like for it to be right and perfect the first time. But yeah, you know, I'm making, you know, some little mistakes here and there, and this is another one. So I will have to patch it up with a little strip across that. Yeah. So my goal is to get this bed in place, but all of these things I need to do before I close this up, because the bed is going on top of all of this. So let me get this done so I can begin to install the Murphy bed. All right, see you guys next time. Okay, so here we go. This is my strip that I made that I am planning to put, I'm sticking on something, put in here. Down here like that, in between all of that. And I got this right here. I'm using my tugboat just to attach it to the hole on the wheel well to keep it there. And then the other place of attachment, I guess, is at the top. Maybe tack it in with a nail gun or something. A small, with like maybe quarter or half-inch staples. Well, I mean, not staples, but you know, brad nails or something. Let's see if that works to keep it in. We'll try it. Let me see if I can attach this. Let you know how it goes. So just to show you the other GFCI receptacle box cover that I had that was not clearing. So if you open this, it was hitting the other side. So see how wide that is? So I had to buy that new piece. So now I have an extra cover. Maybe, I don't know. I know what I'm going to do with it. Yeah, there, that's it. Okay, you guys. So look, I'm under my band. Underneath my band, this is the hole that I cut out to set all of the hoses for the air conditioner and the electricity, and this is the condensation outlet, and also my AC outlet I fed out too. And so I finally put it together, and I have a GFCI outlet under here. And I did run into a little hiccup because the original cover for this GFCI receptacle box was, you know, the kind that you flip up, and it was hitting oh, I can't see. It was hitting this on the other side, so it was just swinging too wide and hitting the other side. So I bought this, and it's perfect. It worked perfect. I can now open it up and see, you have access to the plugs. And it was just so know, it was a bear to screw these in. It was a bear that, you know, needed the elbow tool. But anyway, I did it. I'm happy with it. It's in real good. And so there you have it. Okay, looks like I am making progress. So I got the wheel box done. I probably want to put trim around the edges. I can do that, but I just put it together today. Here's my on-off switch for the puck light, which is illuminate under all of this and up here as well. So I put it there strategically so that it'll be like in the middle of down there and up here. And so my outlet is down there with the switch to the GFCI, and I covered it down. It's bolted down and ready for me to start installing my Murphy bed on top. And I put this strip down there. See, you guys, my strip covering up the bad measuring I did earlier, so did that. But yeah, so this is in ready for my Murphy bed. I gotta put some fabric in the middle section here. I haven't done that yet. I need to work out my framing on the window, but I can begin to start, you know, I think. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing. The plan is to bolt the bed into the wall to support the weight. And it has been raining for the last few days, so bummer weather, but managing to make progress in spite of the weather. All right.